Hey, have you seen how high Tesla spiked after earnings today? Well, we're not out of the woods yet. There's a problem, and we're going to show it to you right now and what it means to you and your money. Let's jump over to the charts right now. Okay, guys, after earnings, what I like to do is see one, if it's positive or negative. I want to know how far I move away from my close. So that's number one on my list. And today we closed down here just about the 213 level, ran all the way up to there. And so I want to know what that number is. The second thing I want to highlight is where is that high? In other words, that's the high I made after hours, after the earnings call and that type of thing. I want to know, how does that high connect to past levels of support slash and or resistance. So I'll draw those in more permanently, but let's take a look and see what they were for Tesla. First of all, I closed at approximately 213.56 and I ran up to that number there, about 240.64, and that's a 12.71% move after hours. That is typically a very strong move because anything outside of plus or minus 10% on earnings is something that's significant that should be, at least we want to pay attention to that. The other thing I want to do right here is I want to identify, get all this crap off there we go. I want to know, how high did that go? I'll just go up here and just click in here, draw in a line. It's approximately there. Let's see here. My high there is 240.35. I'll adjust that. And I also want to extend that to the left. Now that I have those numbers in, I basically have data that I can start going, okay, what will I do tomorrow? What if? Because clearly I did not buy, I was not in Tesla to be able to go on this ride. At the same time, though, now that it has broken out, that's a very strong signal for us. At least we think it is. Let's see what the daily chart reveals. Aha. The daily chart, if you'll take a look here, is showing us that 240.35 level, which is where we'll gap up to tomorrow, potentially. If you look to the left, it runs into several levels of past congestion and consolidation. That was support until it broke. Then it becomes resistance. It changes polarity. And that support resistance area actually goes all the way back to those levels back there, back in July of this year when prices broke back down. However, is it still a positive move up on my daily chart? You betcha. Let me draw in a different aspect of this also, is once I get above that 240.35 level, my next level of concern then is up here. So that's the last high. That high has to be taken out. Remember, what's our potential upside target that we think, what is our potential upside target? We're looking at somewhere, will it make it to $350? And when? And that's another great question. So let me get rid of that drawings there, and we'll go back and let's do a couple of another little analysis. Let's go ahead and just jump on and throw in a line up here, and just make sure that's up at the high, 164.86, 165. Do a pretty good job of eyeballing those in there. Must be because of the 30 years experience in doing this. There we go. So as we talked earlier, the reason why Tesla took off so much with its earnings, the earnings were a really great surprise in that this is the first year-over-year bottom line growth since 2024, which sets us up for what the analysts have been calling for strength in Tesla in 2025. Also, the margins improved, best cost management despite, better cost managed despite price cuts. That's always a very positive. Then record deliveries. One, they delivered, I want to say there's 7 millionth and maybe higher than that, 7 million total vehicles. But the Cybertruck, or Cyber Ugly, whatever, I don't know what you think about that. It's an interesting vehicle for sure. We saw one yesterday parked at the Walmart parking lot. I don't know what I was doing at Walmart, but um, it has become the third best-selling EV in the United States during 2024, and it looks like future growth signals of for more affordable EVs in early 2025, which could spur some significant movement of Tesla. But we'll talk about that here shortly on where's it going to go from here. So let's go ahead and so we've got that laid in. Now we've got another high over here. I'm not going to lay this one over here in quite yet. But what I will do is let's go ahead and break this back down. First, I want to let me show a complete year's worth of data. There's, as you can see, we've almost gotten back up to the past resistance area. So this is a pretty strong area of resistance. And that's where we're going to be bouncing up into this zone of resistance. As we widen this out, there's a whole zone of resistance here where prices are likely to go. What about upside targets? There's a couple of ways we're going to be determining the upside target potential, and that is using the Fibonacci's. And the Fibonacci's, I'm going to draw two of them, but I'll do it at two separate times. Let's go ahead and draw one Fibonacci. This is just a straight, simple Fibonacci extension, and that is from this high here down to that low there. Now, where am I likely to go from that? Let's take a look at the weekly chart to see where the upside of that. Now, that is assuming or that we'll break out of this triangle that we're in. If we break out of that, we're going to go right up here, and we break out of that and break out of that high right there at 264.75. Look at the next move up. 287 at 1272 extension, 315 at the 1618 extension, and $348.99 for the complete 100% extension or symmetric move from that low to that high, retrace, and then move, or just breaking out and moving on up. So is it likely, or is it a potential that Tesla could make it up to, 350? Dadgummit, that's pretty darn close, folks, because 350 is right there. One of the other things I want to know is approximately how much time might it take me to get there? That's taken from a breakout up here in this area here. From this low to that high, it took 56 days. So if this is a big if, we're going to break up to this level tomorrow, and that's not quite up to that high, but let's say we run up there within a week and then go forward about that same amount of time. Always say, go back and double check the numbers. There you go, grab that. What was that? 55 days. So I'm gonna eyeball this. So thinking that we'll get back up to the 264 level and break out, go 55 days into the future, which puts us right about December 2024, December 30th of this year. Excellent potential move to the upside. What about, let's go up one more. So, hey guys, if you're finding these tips really helpful, I encourage you don't miss out on my analysis of individual stocks. They're rock solid. I did one a week ago not less than a week ago, on NVDA breaking out. NVDA has broken out and continues to move higher. So if you don't want to miss out on that, subscribe and please share this link. I've been doing this a long time. Been recognized by, one of the IBD books that Amy Smith wrote as one of the top traders and top stock pickers in the United States. So if you want that kind of information in your corner to help you put more money in your pocket, again, just subscribe to the channel and hey, don't be a ghost. Let me know what you're thinking about. So let's go up. So we've already confirmed that, yeah, 350, 348, but I'm going to say that's close enough, is a logical target. Let's take one more look at this since we are approaching the end of the month. Now, end of the month wise, notice, if you will, there's a 200% mark right there. Where does it correspond with? The old past highs. Where does the next one up from there? The 2618. Where does it, knock? It is basically right at the old highs of $400. So, surprise, surprise, our move on Tesla could take us 300, 350, and maybe 400. So, hey guys, if you like this tip, pay attention or check out this next video that'll be rolling up here shortly, and it'll talk about some other stocks that I think you need to take a look at for your portfolio going into 2025. Aloha and God bless.